Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Old Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're jumping right back into Plutocracy, where things have never really been so good. I mean, everything is looking up. Our wealth is sitting at a very, very healthy 81 million, almost 82 million dollars. How's my opponent doing at this very moment? 73. However, I have the advantage of owning quite a few companies at this present moment, and I've got a pretty decent base of dividends to draw from, which is quite nice. We've got a good number of offices that are set up around the country. I'm hoping to do a couple of things this episode. Let's go over them. I would like to ideally, let me find one of my companies. Potato Trust, Oregon, fine. Wholly owned subsidiary of Potato Trust, Illinois. That's okay. Fine with that. What I would really like to do, in addition to growing all of the companies at a decent rate, I would very much like to try and get this cartel level up to level 2. So that's going to require a total, like, USA-wide market share of 5%, and we're going to get a 15% price bonus in order if we achieve that. What's that going to require? Well, it's going to require sort of sweeping up more and more transport companies just all over the place, really. Let's have a little look. Market cap. Sort by market cap, company type, transport, brilliant. I have no idea what my opponent is actually doing. Illinois. Wait, Illinois? Is it mine? Gonzalez Mining. Ooh, we can buy this company pretty much outright. And in fact, I think that we will do that. You want to sell company transport shares? You know what? Let's start the process of doing this. Anyway. A 19k premium? I mean, sure, but the unfortunate reality is that this is going to give me a stake, but it's not going to give me that much of a stake. Completely avoid taxes. I will start taking some people, actually. So that'll get me on the inside, but I mean, it's not very much. I gotta be honest. You're interested in buying alcohol, tobacco. I mean, that's good. That's good. I really don't want to. I don't want to endure this. I don't want to endure this. I'm just quite happy to, go through the old standard way of doing things. Which is not exactly ideal. Although that being said, this is Illinois, right? So this is Illinois. So if I'm not mistaken, we can actually hold on. If I have a little look at my company here, we'll see how much money we actually have in the bank. Because if we've got 5.4 million. Yeah, you know what we should probably do? We should probably just buy out... We should probably buy out the entirety of the company and then merge them together. I think that's what I might try and do. Pretty much just right now. Anyway, we'll try and do this. We'll buy a whole bunch of shares. The good news is that the clicky noise, the cash noise doesn't seem to make an appearance. We'll probably be able to get, maybe not this quarter, but we'll maybe be able to do it next quarter. Either way, building up a little bit of personal wealth, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing whatsoever. So yeah, that's one of the things that I would like to do. Nice, develop the technology, brilliant. That's very very handy for a number of reasons actually. But yeah, a couple of things that we want to do this episode. We would like to obviously buy more companies, continue to push our wealth to brand new heights. I also want to try and probably get into politics in a minor way. Worker rate. What is this? This is whatever. I don't care. Doesn't really matter. This is Hill Steel, whatever it is. I need to get rid of that. That's another ambition that I have. I really cannot wait to get rid of that daft. There we go. Finally, we got it. We got the company. Beautiful. I really want to get rid of that thingy, those shares, those personal shares that I have just kicking around. Riviera and Partners, beautiful. Right, so let's go into cartel. I mean, the cartel is like wouldn't really make a difference. Let's go and see if we can try and do the merge. Yeah, we'll try and merge with Potato Trust Illinois. Beautiful merger. I mean, takeover. I mean, it's not going to be a takeover. It literally can't be a takeover because we already own it as a wholly owned subsidiary or whatever. So yeah, we'll go for merger. Let's choose the CEO. I'm obviously going to be the CEO because that seems like a marvelous thing to do. Technology after the merger will be better. In fact, look at that. Automation is going to be better. The shareholders freaking love it because I am the shareholder of both. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. Vote. Beautiful. We're going to have to do another vote. No? Apparently not. There we go. My wealth has apparently just hit new, brand new untold heights. Cash flow generation has climbed to, again, further untold heights, which is brilliant. Okay, so this time, the name of the company has actually been changed. It's Riviera and Partners. We are not a member of a trust, but we can be the member of the trust. And yep, we should definitely be part of the cartel, which we were removed from, which is probably what those little emails, or sorry, should I say mails, are telling me all about. Now, things do need to be changed here. Like we're not exactly in a perfect place because the strike risk, staff turnover, etc. is not quite there yet. There we go. Beautiful. That's looking pretty good. Research-wise, do I want to do any more research? No, I don't think I do. Right, I did talk about moving my corporate headquarters around a little bit, and I would kind of like to try and do that. That is definitely... What does this do? That affects productivity. You know what? Let's bump productivity up. That's what I want to do. Now, there was a couple of comments about whether it's worth having people... It's worth having other shareholders just so that you... There we go. It's worth having other shareholders just so that you can continue... to get other people to help out on the sort of management side of things. I mean, sure, but the downside is that you have to pay those people. That's the real downside. I mean, how are things technologically here? I mean, I don't think they're honestly that great at Potato Trust Nevada, where we do have like a decent number of people. Don't get me wrong, the market cap is in a really, really nice place. Would be nice if I owned more of it, but I'm really not that bothered, to be honest. I'm quite happy to let some of these people just exist. Plus, this was where we first trialed the whole merger thing, which was pretty cool. I think it's still beneficial for us to do. Because we absorb the technology into the contract. Into the new company. Right, we're going to take psychology. The reason that we're going to take psychology is because we're starting to get some serious influence, but we want to try and make a move. Now, what I'm thinking here is I think that we want to probably try education growth, satisfaction growth, population growth, education growth. I think we maybe want to try and move our headquarters to Illinois. I really want to try and, I really, really, really want to try and lower both personal tax and corporation tax. Like, I think this is very, very important because I kind of like the idea of Potato Trust Illinois, which can I actually rename? I can actually rename. Changing the name in the trust, changing the company name in the trust isn't possible, so we'd have to take it out of the trust. But I can change the name of the trust, right? No, maybe. Who knows? Whatever. It's a mystery. The cartel, though, is good. So I presume, yeah, Illinois is one of the largest components, and Nevada is the other large component. The other sort of Oregon, Alabama, Tennessee, you know, all relatively minor. But that's fine. The good news is that now that we've sort of wound that up, we can look to assess the next smallest company. Transport, there we go. 5.4 million, and that's in Iowa. Okay, well, we haven't gone to Iowa yet, but I'm interested in attending. The other thing that I was going to check, Potato Trust Illinois, how are reserves looking? 1.15 million? Yeah, dividend size is currently set to 100. I'm not really sure that I want to set dividend size to 100. I think it needs to be at 0. I mean, it doesn't have to be at 0. We have enough money in the bank right now, personal bank that is, to take over here anyway. Research is, you know, remaining at a decent level. I don't really want to change that altogether too much. Decent share in the state. I mean, we're growing. We're definitely growing. We're definitely expanding. We can't expand as fast because we've just merged, but that's fine. But yeah, getting into politics definitely is a game that I have not yet played, but could be so freaking valuable. Right. Lowering corporation tax, which is really what we care about. We need a tremendous amount of influence. So stated, it is determined by initiation cost is 102,000. State population minus the popularity of the law, which is substantial, apparently. And that's going to bring us to a total of 102,000 initiation cost. I mean, that is so unbelievably massive. That is so unbelievably massive. So we really want to turn Illinois into like a very, very corporate-friendly state. Now, if I was to invest in a museum, construction cost, university, population growth, satisfaction growth, it cost me 5 million. Objects of patronage. Renown up. I mean, is renown really that... Is that really that worth it? It's for a successful election campaign. I mean, certainly in terms of running here, there's definitely the opportunity to run. House elections are going to be in March of 1880. That's fine. So, I mean, I could register to be a candidate. It definitely seems like something that I could possibly do. There's also I can't filter. That's really annoying. You want to sell some shares? I mean, look, we can make a lot of these people's dreams come true, like very, very easily. There we go. I'll take loyalty. I'll take loyalty from all the politicians here. Yeah, I think that, to be honest, whenever I feel, I'll take you. I did say that I was going to take loyalty. I obviously didn't take loyalty there, but you get the picture. 171k. I mean, it's a lot of money, but again, loyalty. Every so often, I feel like I should just come back here and maybe just take the opportunity to complete some ambitions. You know, don't get me wrong, it's nice to get the achievement points as well, but also the loyalty from all of the people in Congress is really, really nice. I mean, I am under no illusions that not everybody is going to be returning these loans to me. There is no way that this picture sells for anywhere look at that. Nowhere close for what it was worth. Same with this coin. I bet it's not actually too bad. What do you want? 47k, 48k. Yep, great. Take loyalty. Brilliant. Take loyalty. Perfect. Right, so this is a list that we're probably going to get quite familiar with, if I had to imagine. But yeah, we're going to try and run. No, I'm not going to sell any of these. I actually kind of want to assemble more. I want to assemble more statues and more things. What do you want? 35k for 1 quarter? Yeah, I doubt that's getting returns. Just have a funny feeling. Don't know why. Right, anyway, we've handed out, like, I mean, must be nigh on $1 million worth of loans there. So that's going to have, I mean, not a tremendous impact, but it's going to have a little bit of an impact. But yeah, we definitely want to run. Speaker's being developed. That's fine. Speaker's there. We can't influence the speaker. We can, if we have a little look here. Yeah, we can influence the governor. What do you want? You want to acquire shares of Equiliprises Inc. You're willing to offer. You're willing to offer a deal for them. Right. We need to buy 449 of these. 449. Sure. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Ambition. What? I've got the amount of money. I've got him. Buy more? I don't really want to buy too many more. Maybe I need to refresh it. I have 0 shares of Equiliprises Inc. What are you talking about? I have exactly the right number. Maybe I need to be in the state. I do probably need to go over to the state. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I am in the state. What the heck? Okay, that's weird. Right, that's very, very strange indeed. I should have probably participated in that. As we're going across country, let's see if we can try and do this. I would like to get grants. I'd like to get grants. We're going to become friendly with the governor of Illinois. We're going to get some grants here. That's marvelous. Great. What about laws? Compromise character. Reduce the amount of bribes. No, I'm not that bothered. Chief of police to suppress strikes. Loans. Receive subsidies. Yeah, I will do that. I'll also take 1 in lobbying. We'll do lobbying and then we'll go back to loans. Yeah, that's fine. So, federal law, I mean... It's passed. Great. No, that's bad. Decrease the duration of the working day. Yeah, we clearly need to make sure that that doesn't happen. That's problematic for me in a very real sense. But that's okay. I need to take a trip to Iowa as well. And then we just need to, yeah, assemble more and more personal wealth. Now, my compatriot may very well choose to do, you know, other stuff, but that's fine. What I'm here to do is finally, at long last, try and get rid of this stake. You're looking for shares in exactly what I'm selling. I mean, we could fulfill ambitions and reduce our stake. I mean, sure, why not? Oh, you want to sell? Oh, no, I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy. Sorry, my bad. My misunderstanding. Right. Yeah, how much are these actually worth? Hill Steel. Personal. I bought Echo prizes with the company account. Gosh darn it. They're worth 1.2 million. I mean, how much dividends do I collect from these? Maybe I just keep a hold on to them. Because, I mean, they have, like... I actually have no idea how this company is doing as well as it is. Like, Hill Steel is just... it's doing absolutely gangbusters. It's probably because I was a fantastic CEO. I've got to imagine that that's exactly what it was. You know what? I've taken it. I take it back. I take it back. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Let's go to... Where am I going? Yeah, here... Fulfill your ambition. Oh, you're on the way. You can't do business. That's annoying. All right, what about a yacht? Can I buy a yacht? It's going to give me a whole bunch of renown. Should I buy a yacht? This seems insane. You know what? Sure. My enemy can buy a yacht. I don't think you got it at a good deal, but there we go. Anyway. Right, I got lots of money in the bank. I need to do stuff. Let's try and do it. Let's try and do it. I travel all the way across to California for absolutely no reason at all. And we got to bear in mind that we've got an election, a very, very important election coming up soon. Right. Why did I start at the bottom of this list? Accident at Potato Trust NV1. Accident at Potato Trust. What is going on? No, I need 1979. That's 1975. What are you... Video game, what are you doing? What is going on here? Yeah, I mean, I don't need to... Okay, whatever. Just click through, get rid of all of the urgent warnings. There's no urgent warnings. Transactions, return the loan to me, return the loan to me, return the loan to me. Everybody's returned the loan to me, marvelous. Newspapers. New law passed in the state of Oregon. New law passed as a federal law, decreasing the working day. Decrease education funding. Don't care. Don't care. Yeah, not really that bothered, to be honest. Right, so I want to go to Iowa, but we also want to go to Illinois. We quickly want to buy the... what is it? This. Yeah, you're on the way. You can't do business. Let's get there. My net wealth is 95 billion. What's my opponent is at 121. See, that is worrying. That is worrying. You want to buy Hill Steel shares from me? No, I'm going to refuse. I'm going to continuously refuse because apparently it's exactly what I'm going to do. M to Tuneshoot, of course. Do I particularly care? No. We need to get more transport mining. The next milestone for us, for sure, is going to be getting that cartel bonus. So that's really, really important. But first, let's fulfill this gentleman's ambition. Let's do it. Personal shares. We're going to buy 4,900 units, or as close as we possibly can. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. The ambition is fulfillable. Fantastic. Let's do it. We don't even necessarily lose that much money. I'll take the loyalty, please. We'll also activate the cardinal, because you are religious. Use agent. Not enough influence. How much influence do I need to... 886,000. Well, we can fulfill your next ambition. What do we need? 2,900? $2,900. There we go. Okay, maybe we just become friends with this guy all the way to the bank. You want to sell transport company shares? Wow, this is a racket. This is an absolute racket. Well, we're going to take, you guessed, yet again, loyalty. You want to acquire shares of Poke Transport. Well, this has been very, very cheap, actually. You know, to be honest, I joke. It's not actually been that much money at all. Sure, that'll be enough. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Somehow, we've managed to get a puppet governor in place. Now, is that going to do anything for us? I'm hoping that it might reduce the cost. No, it doesn't reduce the cost at all. I mean, do we need the treasurer? If we get the treasurer of the state, influencing the treasurer could provide concessional financing by subsidizing lending rates of up to 90%. Government contract for any company. Yeah, that's important, right? That's important. Can veto any law in the state legislature. Right, so let's see if we can try and maybe get a little company business. Also, we have a stake in Jackson Partners now. Not a million miles away from taking over that. Lee Transport I'd like to take over. I'd like to become the transport company in Illinois. I think that would be quite satisfying. Yeah, I mean, the chances of us merging with either of these companies is like an absolute no-go, right? When the video game decides to, there we go, merger. It's not going to do anything for anything. Everybody is dead against it. I mean, there's absolutely no chance that it happens. The Brian James, the governor, he's well in favor of it. Marvelous. But that's the stake that I literally just sold him. So, yeah, not happening there. Right, government contracts. Required influence, 795,000. I mean, how the bleeding heck do I do that? Do I need to go into politics? Okay, anyway. Couple of things that we want to do. Gonzalez Mining. No, I don't want to buy Gonzalez Mining, even though we could. It might be worth actually doing something like that. Lee Transports, Potato Trust, Illinois. Potato Trust, Illinois. I want to keep an eye on the reserves here. Yeah, because that is important. That is very, very important. How likely are we to be making more money? I want to avoid taxes as much as I possibly can. No, I want to use agent here. Yeah, Frank Silverstone. We'll try that. We'll try use that like pretty regularly. It would certainly help. 8.5 mil. Right. So there's two buyouts that I want to conduct. One is Lee Transport. That's going to be done through the corporate portfolio. Let's do that. Here we go. Bye. Help victims. Bye. Right. We'll get most of it here, I think, done. There we go. Beautiful. Right. Fantastic. We will make an incredibly large amount of money this quarter, which is great. So we want roughly 50% of this company. Want to get 50% of Lee Transport. We're completely out of corporate money. That's fine, actually, as it is, because we'll be very, very close to getting over the top. Accident Potato Trust. Don't care. But what do I need to do? Yeah, so this is Lee Transport. Let's cut the work plan. No, I need to buy the rest of it, and I'll need to buy a little bit with my personal share. Right, which we should be able to do. Right, about 1 million. Right, pause. Hopefully we can get this done before the end of the next quarter. I now have more than 50%. Let's tank the price. So we'll go into management and we'll reduce the work plan to 0. Actually, okay, whatever. I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, I can't change the work plan. I can't change the work plan more than once. Well, we can reduce the number of workers to 0. We're going to have to vote on it, which is a very pedantic and stupid, ridiculous thing to do. Work plan is going to get approved. Brilliant. The price is going to come down, and it's going to allow me to get things for much cheaper. What's this notice? Accident at Lee Transports. That's not the company that I'm... That is the company that I'm just buying. How on earth was... Okay, whatever. You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, video game. Get me to the next quarter. So we got this one that we're buying. We're going to head to Iowa in just a second to buy that company in Iowa. Brilliant. How are we doing? Market cap of 8 million. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we might be able to buy out the rest. Yeah, this game is very, very laggy with the huge number of people that it's having to calculate. Yeah, Potato Trust Illinois here. What's in reserves? 6 million? I mean, that's pretty bleeding good, and it's good because we purposefully, I would hasten to add, dodged taxes for a little while, which is nice. Right, lead transport, let's buy out the rest. Stock exchange, company shares, brilliant. So we should manage to save a few bob by doing this. There we go. I need to continually check my notifications because we do need to keep an eye out for the fact that there will be elections in the state of Illinois. Right. Here we go. Come on. No. Sorry. Okay, beautiful. Right, so I've actually bought out entirely, including my own shares, apparently. I don't know how that actually works, but whatever. I bought out all the shares that I need to. You are getting paid nothing as a CEO of Lead Transport, my friend. Absolutely nothing. Right, there's no point in doing anything here. We've got 5.12 million in reserves. That's a great deal. Think about that. Literally think about that. So we just spent 10 million. We spent 10 million, give or take, corporate money and personal money taking over this company. Now what we're going to do is we're going to merge it. We're going to merge it with Potato Trust Illinois. Beautiful. Merger, we're not going to pay the idiot. Sorry. I mean, he is technically, I'd say he's an idiot. He's not an idiot. I'm going to pay myself, obviously. Lead Transport, no, I wouldn't want it to be called Lead Transport. Actually, it doesn't matter what it's going to be called because it's going to be renamed Potato Trust IL anyway. So, I mean, who really cares? And I tell you what, the technology after the merger is going to be great. Market share is going to be better. Let's put it to a vote. Oh, look at that. It's approved. Marvelous. Right, well, let's go out here. There we go. We'll click back through. And then we need to reset up. It's called Lead Transport. I was way to say I thought it had disappeared for a moment there. We'll get it rejoining that. We still need a bunch of influence in order to get things sorted. Illinois, beautiful. We're up to 2.52. It's not bad. Company expansion. We're going to immediately enable that. Continue to expand. That is the one thing I would say about the fact that we are expanding the company. I mean, worker-wise, it's kind of irritating that we need to go through this whole sort of rigmarole each and every time. Dividend size, we can leave at 0. My reserves are only 4.89 million, which I've got a question is less than I was anticipating. My profits are about where I was anticipating. In fact, my profits are exactly where I was expecting. But the reserves... Oh, no, I tell you what, the reserves are perfect. It's because the expansion is in progress. I probably should have waited until the thing... How much can we borrow? 10 million? We can borrow at a very, very aggressive rate. And that's something that I should really bear in mind. Subsidies are definitely not happening. Okay. Anyway, so that's one company. What's my net worth looking at like now? Okay, it's good. Let's go to Iowa. Let's buy out this company. We can buy this company out personally. Sure, help victims. Right, beautiful. Pause. Right, so Simmons and Partners and Knee Motors Transport. I want to check out laws first. How are things doing for tax? Tax is good here. Tax is very, very good. Tax is very, very good. And actually, the initiation cost is, like, way less than I would otherwise anticipate. I think there's something to be set up for... there's something to be said for... There's something to be set up for just, you know... Well, first of all, buying an office here, for sure. Let's do that. Let's buy out the... Let's buy out the next couple of companies. I tell you what I should probably do. Here's an idea. I'm going to buy out like 1 or 2% in both of these companies. You need at least one share of the company in order to see stats. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and buy this out personally, right? So we'll buy one share of the company. Beautiful. We'll go into stats, check out the reserves. So Simmons and Partners has got 1.26 in reserve, 1.26 million in reserve. Knee Motors Transport has got 4.3 million in reserves. All right. Edwards Brothers. I tell you what, Iowa is a rich land for transport companies. Edwards Brothers, 4.79 million in reserves. Okay. Reed and Partners, little bit more of a, I guess, specialized acquisition if we were to make it, has got 9 point something million in reserves. So you got to think about it. I guess we have to think about it in kind of holistic terms, right? Because I think for now, Knee Motors is the best target opportunity. I mean, the strike is not just started, but it is definitely, we're definitely in an opportunistic place. Sell transport company shares. You want to sell Knee Motors for 2%. This person owns 73. Okay. I think we just need to start buying. I think we need to start buying. Maybe Iowa holds our hopes for the future. We're going to have to keep buying. We're going to have to keep buying. Even though it's not exactly looking good for the game. All right, pause. Where are we at now? I'm going to try and maybe, yeah, push the price up a little bit, then wait like a day, then do it again. Push it up to a similar sort of level, then wait a day. Drops back down. Push it back up to where it needs to be. Right, I've actually taken control of the company now, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very close to taking control of the company. It's still on strike. Board member. We're about to become a majority shareholder. But basically, here's my plan, right? With the reserves of 4.37 million, which I will control very, very momentarily, we're going to be able to buy out, or basically buy out Simmons and Partners here. So it's kind of like it's like a no-brainer. It really, really is. Alternatively, we could target a bigger company and use our personal wealth, of which we're still getting, or we could use, we could use company shares from, something from Illinois, if we wanted to. So there's we could use company shares from Illinois. We can transfer ourselves as CEO. I mean, the world is literally our oyster. I think for now we'll maybe just continue here to, here we go. Let time go. Drop down. Right, beautiful. And then we'll flip to the next quarter. Hope that the company is still striking, and we should manage to get places. I'm not agnostic to the fact that my AI compatriot. Oh, look at that, still striking. I'm not agnostic to the fact that my AI compatriot is continuing to do some pretty good stuff. He's continuing to make a decent amount of money. And that's maybe not something that should be sniffed at in its entirety. There we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Let's let the video game sort of catch up a little bit. Cool. And then we'll maybe take the opportunity to do this. Oh, man. I mean, this is like, it's just like one of the most annoying, irritating parts of this. Because, I mean, it's so much more expensive and painful than it has to be. Right, I literally cannot go on like this. Let's see if we can try and deal. For myself, sure. Give me the whole stake. Start negotiations. 450%. I mean, it's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. Agree to the signing price. Oh, look at that. Only 20% premium. I mean, well, to be fair, that did actually save us like quite a considerable amount of time. But I still wasn't even able to buy out the entirety of it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, well, hopefully this goes as well. Compromise, compromise. It's fine, like, a normal negotiation, right? It's fine when there's a normal negotiation happening. Intimidation, sure. We'll buy out the rest. Okay, I mean, look, it's just clearly not working. There's literally only one person that we need to deal with, and the video game is very, very unhappy with me. Right, we'll re-deal with Kevin Gonzalez. Whatever. 113% premium. I mean, it's an absolute dream. It's an absolute dream. Right, so, company expansion, beautiful. Let's do it. Continue expansion automatically. Negative income is it's exactly where we would expect it to be. Reserves are in a bit of a poor place at the moment, but that's fine. Let's bump this. Fine. Strike risk, yeah, should be way down. We're, like, massively bumping workers' rates. We probably shouldn't be bumping it that high. But something like that is fine. Dividend size we'll leave at 85%. Try and accumulate some personal wealth. That's fine. So yeah, I could take over as CEO right now and utilize the, 3.9 million or whatever in the company bank. But given that we actually managed to do that kind of on the cheap, is that really what I want to do? Is that really what I want to do? I'm not sure that it really is. I'm not sure that it really is. I think we want to turn... I think we want to turn 24 million. Yeah, I think we want to turn the company in... I think we want to turn the company in Iowa into our big sort of holding company. Potato Trust Illinois. Why are we down? Why are we down in value? We shouldn't be. Remember of a cartel. Oh yeah, I forgot about adding Knee Motors Transport. Its market share is 0, negligible at the moment because it's currently striking, but that will change. Do we want to do anything about the puppet? No. I mean, really, we don't have enough influence. I mean, I'd love to change things around in Illinois. I'm just not convinced that things are going to be... I'm just not convinced it's going to be possible. I think we're going to have to maybe get friendly with the people in this chamber. When are the elections here? March 21st. I think we should stand for an election. Yeah. I think we should stand for an election. Accident of Poke Transports. Okay. Wait, Poke Transport. Do I own a majority stake in here? No. Oh, this is the one that... Yeah. One that I could look at owning a majority stake in. What is this? Set minimum wage. 60% of the average. Okay, whatever. My strike should end here pretty soon, right? Literally just ended. Boom. Exactly back where it needs to be. Let's review the finances. Right, worker rate. Do I need to reduce the worker rate? Yes, I do. That's fine. It's pretty much where it needs to be. Workers, we'll crank that up 1.4 up to 35. Dividends set at 85%. Again, I feel like that's maybe not necessary. Let's work on improving productivity and therefore production volume as well. That seems like the priority for me. Reserves. Again, reserves are going to be built up very, very rapidly here, which I like the sound of. I've got 2-point-something million in the bank. It's not exactly a tremendous amount. If I drift back to Nevada, where my Potato Trust is continuing to generate a pretty tremendous amount of money. Dividend size is set at 100. 18 million in reserves. 18 million in reserves. I feel like we should be doing something with that, you know? The problem is that I can't, without becoming CEO, which is, it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible that I do that. required influence 16k. How much influence would I be required to get subsidies for knee motors here? 633,000. How on earth is it such a massive difference in Nevada? Government contract. 16,000. I mean, that's like, it's like night and day. That is literally like night and day. God, I mean, we're expanding. We're expanding as fast as we blooming well can. We're building a big building. We're building as many big buildings as we possibly can. Research, we want to crank up the research? No, I actually don't. If anything, I want to crank down the research, but I don't even necessarily want to do that. Yeah, there we go. Find a sweet spot for the workers. The workers' pay. Yeah, I mean, how's my net worth? 128 million. I feel like my opponent, my opponent has done much better than me in that regard, but I feel like I found the right place to do business, and that is in Iowa. The problem is actually doing the gosh darn business, if you know what I mean. It's a bit of a pain in the backside to buy a whole bunch of shares. We will join the trust, absolutely. Absolutely. The cartel, I still haven't managed to get near that cartel volume. I have been buying a lot of cheap companies. But the next question is, am I actually best placed just literally taking over my largest company? Is that my largest company in Nevada versus Potato Trust, Illinois? Yeah, I mean, I could take over as CEO here, couldn't I? There's kind of absolutely no reason not to do this and then just get a government contract. I mean, I'd need to try and puppet the... Sure. Yeah, I actually increased my salary, which is not necessarily a bad thing. How open is the Nevada? What is it? Subsidies, government contracts. Yeah, what do you want? This is gonna be risibly easy. 701 shares. Oh, there's no office in the state of California. Wait, what? You want to buy shares in... the governor of Nevada, wants to buy shares in California. Okay, well, have I bought an office in Iowa? I have bought an office in Iowa. I will be returning to Iowa. Okay, apparently when you're appointed CEO, you get immediately teleported. That's handy to know. That's very, very handy to know. Hillsteel is still striking. That's fine. Right, so, first of all, give me an office. Give me an office in California. Because I seem to do business in California quite a lot. Quite a lot. We'll go here. We will go ambition. Beautiful. Stock exchange. We need 701 units of whatever this cursed stock is. Just get it done. Thank goodness I didn't use the company account for that. It's nice. Brilliant. Oh, you want to sell? You want to sell those exact same shares back to me for a higher price? Oh, yeah, that's a classic move, isn't it? And you want a loan of, like, nothing. There we go. I'll take the loyalty for absolutely for free. And now, the governor of Nevada is going to give me a government contract for, like, no influence whatsoever. Risk of exposure, 30%. I'm sure this won't fail, will it? Oh, beautiful. It doesn't fail. Marvelous. Okay, so the value of my company should, like, increase dramatically here. I hope. We're going to try and get subsidies. Skill loans is not learned. He's not my puppet either. Yeah, we'll try and make that happen. But anyway, we should see the price in the stock exchange of the Potato Trust Nevada should absolutely skyrocket. There we go. Not quite as much as I anticipated, but an extra sort of 5 million here, which is very, very good, I would hasten to add. Very, very good indeed. And we still have 18 million in the bank, which is very, very nice. Now, what's the corporate sort of tax law in... Corporate tax law is 14%. Not quite as good as Iowa. Not quite as good as Iowa. Yeah. Okay, we also need to note, by the way, that we now don't actually control the person that's doing this CEO of the Illinois thing, the Illinois company, which, I mean, we can always switch back to it, Potato Trust Illinois, and they own, like, a lot of shares in a lot of other things. But to be fair, it's probably not actually that many. Let's just hope that this person decides to not do something too stupid. And I will actually increase that up to 100%, sure. So that's going to basically double my income now. So we'll try and reroute things through our subsidy scheme in Iowa. But for now, we're in Nevada. I've got 18 million to spend, and I want to take over a company. Ideally, a transport company. Can we do it? 1.3 billion. Oh my god. $18 million, and you can't get anything. I mean, like, literally nothing. You get nothing with that amount of money. What about in Oregon? Potato Trust Oregon, how much does this, you need at least one share of the company. Are you kidding me? I have 100% of the shares of the company. I have 100% shares of the company through my, okay, all right. Clearly this doesn't work. Clearly this idea of a holding company system is revolutionary. I literally cannot even see how much money I have in the bank in Oregon. Oh, that's pretty daft. That's pretty daft. Okay, right. So becoming the massive shareholder in Nevada. I mean, honestly, it's not really done what I was anticipating. I'll tell you what. Let me have a little look at the Vanessa Inc. Right? I'll buy one share here, just because I'm genuinely sort of curious. Oh my god, can I even buy one share? I can buy 22 shares, fine. Right. How much money is actually in the bank account? Because I would wager it's probably, yeah, 2.02 billion. So all these companies, basically in their entirety are just absolutely freaking loaded on money. I mean, there's no basis to this valuation here. I mean, this valuation of 4.78 billion is not because they're actually making a lot of money. I mean, they might be making a lot of money, but you know, 5% market share, it's not huge. But they have 2 billion in the bank. They have 2 billion in the bank. Change CEO, lead myself? Well, you never know. They might go for it. I tell you what, if I had 2 billion at my fingertips, that would be pretty freaking cool. That would be pretty freaking cool. That would be pretty freaking cool. Yeah, so I gotta be honest, this whole move to Nevada has been perhaps a bit daft. I can buy a company like Johnson & Partners, right? I can buy a company like Johnson & Partners. I can do it with the company shares. And to be honest, I kind of want to just sort of faff around with this. We've got 18 million in the bank. Oh my god, this guy owns almost all of Hill Steel? Jeez Louise. Okay, well that's slightly problematic. Hill Steel is clearly what he is trying to pursue. I need to get this cartel. I need to get this cartel up and running, like yesterday. Right, let's finish buying out Johnson & Partners, and then I think we need to go back to Iowa, and we just need to try and get as many dividends. We need to try and get as many personal dividends as we possibly can. Wow. Okay. Irrefutable power. You must agree to my terms. I get 80 shares. They're worth like nothing. Sure. I literally don't care. I literally don't care. Right. So, get Johnson & Partners done. Just as I say, I mean, it would really suck to come over here with and not accomplish anything at all. And then we're going to jump back to Iowa. We're going to become Gonna become CEO. There we go. Nice. Ask. What's the next lowest ask? Gonzalez Mining? Buy Gonzalez Mining as well. There we go. We got plenty of cash in the company account. Pause and allow that to sort of climb. Brilliant. Oh, bleeding neck. There was elections. I knew I'd forget about the elections. Oh, that's so frustrating. There are still going to be more elections, aren't there? I mean, of course there are elections every year. Yeah. I know, obviously. But let's finish this out. I'm really miffed at this decision. I'm really miffed at this decision here. Right. So, Potato Trust Envy's portfolio. Let's go into Gonzalez Mining. We'll go company expansion, big building. Yep, everybody's in favor of it. It passes with resounding success. Continue. We can't join a cartel, obviously. That's fine. Dividend size needs to be cranked up. Workers, fine. Work plan, max out. Goods. Beautiful. Right, so this is going to allow, hopefully, Gonzalez Mining is going to be paying dividends into, we'll do the same with Johnson & Partners literally right now. Government contract? Yeah, I will actually agree to do a government contract with Johnson & Partners because we're also in the state of Nevada and I have the... No, don't want to do that. Company expansion... We can't afford it. That's fine. That's actually fine. That's not a problem. If we want to leave things as is, then that's good. That's good too. Research. Crank down research. I really don't care about research here. Worker rate. I just want uninterrupted. I just want uninterrupted strikes, and I want more money. That's really all it's about. So, the thing is about the dividends here is that these dividends, Johnson & Partners, are now wholly owned subsidiaries of Potato Trust Nevada. Which is great, because that's going to mean that even though we've just splurged a whole bunch of our reserves are now basically non-existent, the dividends are going to get paid through, as I understand, operating expenses, investment cash flow. Yeah, so that's negative, right? But that should be positive next time. It should be positive next time. And that's going to get fed out. That's going to get fed out to me. Now, so, that's good. That's good. We're happy with that. Iowa, we'll jump back to Iowa, and we're going to take control of all of these companies. All of these companies, this is time. This is time. We're going to appoint ourselves a CEO here. We're going to take control of all of these. We're going to take control of all of these. I'm going to lead a CEO, but first I need to check how many bucks we have in reserves. Lead myself. Yep, beautiful. And now the Iowa Trust is going to be the holding company to lead all holding companies. There we go. So, did that actually increase my salary? I don't think it did. But it doesn't particularly matter because we've got a dividend stream, which is great. And in fact, is the Illinois... Potato Trust Illinois, is that paying out with dividends? Because it really should be paying out with dividends. Yeah, it's paying out with dividends. 9.1 million. Research, do I care about research? No, I do care about continuing to work, though. That's good. Right, so Illinois is old news. Iowa is where it's at. I did miss the flipping elections. That's really frustrating though. Right, accident, strike at Hill Steel, fine. What really worries me is that my opponent has managed to get elections. Looks like elections happen in quarter one of 2018. 1880 all the time. That's fine. Right, so we have how much in the bank? We have how much in the bank in Iowa? 3.75 million. Dividends need to be going down to 0% here because we don't actually make that much money and it's not really worth faffing around with that. That's fine. We're gonna invest our money externally in, which is what's important. Right, so I can realistically take control. I can take control of everything. I can take control of both of these two companies. Or I can take control of Reed and Partners. Or I can take control of Foster Transport, actually. Let's have a little look. How much does Foster Transport have in the bank? 15 million? And again, it's like, what is that money for? I don't think it's actually doing anything. Foster Transport, we've got. What's the market share of Foster Transport? 0.19. 0.15. 0.28. Okay, we're already better than that. 0.09. Simmons and Partners, 0.12. Okay, Simmons and Partners seems like a great takeover opportunity. Let's do it. Let's go here, company shares. Unpause. Again, the most cost-effective way, in my humble opinion, is to just do it like this. The unfortunate reality is that it's a massive pain in the backside to do. What's going on here? Federal law? Oh, I don't care. Who cares? I did say that I wanted to get into politics, but alas, that ain't great. Right, Simmons and Partners, we bought out as much as we possibly can. Let's go and do the rest in our personal shares, which seems to be more laggy and a bit ridiculous. Oh my god, really? Don't care. Really don't care. What I care about is the fact that it takes me flipping days to do this. No, you're not buying Potato Trust NV shares. Not a chance. Right, pause. Help victims. Yep. What's going on here? Accident, strike. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Simmons and Partners. Right, I've got control of the company. Let's just give me the darn shares. 175% premium. I mean, there comes a point where you just have to get so... Oh my god. 152. 152% premium. That's actually criminal. Right. Dividend size goes right down to 0. Right down to 0. So, 45% of the company is owned by me. 45% of the company is owned by also me. Which is great. Happy days. Did say that I wanted to hit level 2, but we haven't quite hit that yet. We can merge, by the way, if we wanted to. And to be honest, there's no reason not to merge, but there is a reason. In fact, no, tell a lie. There is a reason to not merge. The value of this company, by the way, has decreased tremendously because we've just spent all of the reserves. Kind of to be anticipated. After January, we can merge. And to be honest, I think I probably want to do a series of mergers. We are actually in Iowa, by the way. We have to be in Iowa. I want to do a series of mergers after we take control of some of these other companies here. We're going to get 10 million next quarter. Okay. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 200% premium. We're going to allow us to buy 15% in a oneer. There's just no way this ends well. It's just so bad. Look, it's just so bad. I mean, I don't care if it's gonna tank my reputation. It's simply just not worth the money that it promises to be. Right, so Foster Transport is going to be our target. We're probably not going to be able to do it over the course of this quarter. We're going to be able to get a decent chunk of it, probably maybe about 50% of the company or so. But that's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. There we go. Okay, good. We got just under 40%, I think. That's fine. Right, Foster Transport, we're going to keep on keeping on here. In fact, actually, I tell you what, before I buy anything, I've actually clicked it a couple of times already. That's fine. Given that I have majority control of the company now... I don't have majority control of the company. We can choose to cut the work plan down. to that. I think I'll be able to influence, yeah, one person. No, not actually worth doing. Not actually worth doing, or sorry to say, not possible to do quite yet. We need to own a few more. Right, there we go. That's us across the line. Then we will change the workers to 0. Beautiful. Immediately going to drop the price of the company. He says. Nope. $48 down to 34. Yeah, fine. Unless, well, whatever. We'll just buy it 34. It's going to fluctuate anyway. We should have enough millions to get across the line this quarter. I mean, if we don't, then we don't. But remember, we're merging the companies in January, which is going to be worth it. Right, what's going on? Whoa, you've resigned. That's a shame. To be fair, you did have investments in California. Reduce the import duty on oil. Right, again, it's like this is not strictly super relevant. I'm not in that area. I'm over here. Right, so we got 69 nice percent of the company. And we're going to get a little bit more very soon indeed. Pause. Do I want to... There's no reason to necessarily keep the value of the company tanked as it stands. We can always reduce it. We can always reduce it in a second. Staff turnover is at 19%. Yeah, I think I do want to take... I do want to take full ownership of the company. We can use Potato Trust. We can use the corporate account for Potato Trust if we need to. But let's wait until January the 18th or whenever it is that our building expansion finishes. And I actually need to go back and toggle the building expansion off just to make sure that we don't end up spending more than we necessarily need to. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Right. There's 11 million. Wealth is 163 million. Yeah, we've definitely slowed our growth rate here, but that's okay. That's okay. This is a big company that we're about to take over. Don't get me wrong. This is a big one. This is a big one. 15 million in the bank. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Right. So again, the company value gets absolutely just literally, it literally goes down by what? $7 a share? Cool. Let's take control. Let's take control of this company. 100% with our personal finances. But since we're in Iowa, I mean, taxes are pretty low anyway, right? What are taxes? 1.93 million? Not as low as I would like. Maybe the personal tax rate in Iowa is a little bit higher than I initially anticipated. Right. Okay, come on. I want to start buying libraries and houses and yachts and ponies and all that sort of nonsense. Right. Can I buy one person out here? Can I buy one person out here? I mean, for my company, yeah, but I guarantee you that I'm not going to be able to take more than, like, yeah, a couple of percentage points here. It's just so ridiculous. Sure, whatever. We'll do it. And then this guy still owns 12%. Can we get 12%? Can we get 12% in the stock market? We can try. We can try. If I had a good rich friend, I might be able to take out a loan or two, but I don't really. And to be honest, I'm not really in the loan game at the moment. I'm not actually convinced that it's that worthwhile to do. In my personal opinion, it's not as advantageous as it used to be. Nope. Oh, we're so darn close as well, though. That's the frustrating thing. That we are so darn close. We've got our last couple of millions. We're just buying, like, uselessly small parcels of stocks, though. Yeah, we're going to be going into the next quarter, unfortunately, without literally entirely without control this company, which is deeply frustrating. Just give me the... Yeah, give me the company. Give me the company, honestly. I mean, the crazy thing is that it's just so flippin' frustrating. Right. He had a strong odor of alcohol in his breath. So you're not even allowing me to... Okay. Right. Is that it? Have I got it? I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Beautiful. I've got it. Thank goodness gracious me. We've done it. We've still got 9 million in the bank. Happy, happy days. Right. So, let's do this. We need to do all of this. So, we need to go back. We need to go to Iowa. Beautiful. We're not even going to bother bringing Foster Transport into Potato Trust yet. So, let's do this, merger. Foster Transport. Yeah. Structure, merger. Yep, I will be CEO afterwards. Of course I will be. Technology's going to go up. Shareholders are massively in favor of it. Beautiful. We've done it. Happy days. Right, let's do it again. Potato Trust IA3. I guess that's the one. Merger. Yep, we're going to go Potato Trust IA1. Merger, call it Knee Motors Transport. I don't care what you call it. It doesn't matter to me. Technology after merger is going to be insanely good. And we merge. What do you know? Everybody loves it. Everybody likes that. Okay? So we now have 100% personal ownership of a 56 million company. Now, the real question is, right? The real question is, how much is in the bank? 21 million in the bank. Dividend size 0. And I got to be honest, we're not actually making that much money at all. Oh, wait. Boom. Boom. And... boom. Okay, nice. The real question is, can we get a government contract? 256,000. 256,000 in order to get that. I mean, we could still borrow. We can't get a subsidy. That's unfortunate. The idea of another merger is interesting, but that's not happening, is it? Right, so 21 million in reserves. With that 21 million, are we able to take control of another transport company? The answer to that is yes, on basically 2 fronts. We can take control of Reed and Partners. And how much does Reed and Partners have in the bank? 10 million. So it's only going to cost us about 15 or so million to take over Reed and Partners. Now, before we do that, though, I need to do company expansion. We'll go big. We're not going to continue automatically. We're going to go cartel, and we're going to get... oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I think we're going to get to it. But we're not going to get to it in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to wrap this episode up. Iowa, let me tell you, Iowa is the place where business happens. This is fantastic. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Tune in next time to see how and what happens when we try to remove tax in Iowa. We're getting there. We're slowly creeping up in terms of influence-wise. We missed the election, but we're already halfway to the next one anyway, so who really cares? Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and from me, I'll see you next time. Bye.